Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. Today is the beginning of a new journey because the US servers are going to be down for maintenance today. So yeah, we're going to begin our Draenei Priest. This is on Thunderstrike EU with my other Alliance anniversary characters. And we're going to start off in Amon Vale, but I do want to go over to the human lands and the dwarven lands and do some stuff over that way, because it's been a little while since I've been in those areas. And I want to do something a little bit fresh for myself for this one. On this character, I have sent us a lesser magic wand and a greater magic wand, just for like an early boost. Wands are really, really powerful and classic and really, really important for priest. So I wanted to get off on a good note. I haven't sent over any bags, but I did send myself 2 gold. So I'm giving myself a little bit of a boost to start this one off. I hope nobody minds. Lael, Felipe, Tawan, Eags, Wouter, welcome to the stream. Thank you guys very much for being here. And for professions, we are going to do tailoring and enchanting. And also fishing and cooking. Don't think we're going to do first aid, since that kind of conflicts with tailoring a bit. And we don't really need it, because, you know, we're a priest. Alright, I'm going to get going here. Like I said, we're going to do some stuff in Amon Vale, maybe get to level 5. And then we're going to get out of here. We'll either start off in Dun Morogh, or maybe we'll go to Elwyn.
Be well.
Blessings upon you. Be kind to those less fortunate.
Alright, we are going after the local moths. We need 8 vials of moth blood.
Do not lose faith.
Hey, Crispy, good morning to you, buddy.
Good fortune.
And then the botanist here wants us
Seek the
to
path
kill
of the
8
light.
volatile mutations.
Good health, long life.
I probably will send myself some bags. I have to figure out who has bags. Maybe my bank alt. If I'm smart, my bank alt has bags. But we know how that goes. Alright, we've got smites, and then we have our melee attack. So we'll just do a couple of smites, and then we'll smack him with the mace for now. And then it's not till level 5 that we can equip the wand. What's up with the paladin? Are we on a break or completely abandoned? I don't like your tone. I should kick you for suggesting that I would just spontaneously abandon it. I know what you're insinuating. You're like, it's like a backhanded thing, because you're insinuating something that's partially true, because like I am kind of an alcoholic. But I don't really like the tone at which you suggest I would just abandon a level 65 character. I should probably boot you. Because I think that shows like an inner troublemaker in you. The moment I disappoint you, you're going to show your teeth. And that's what I can tell. And they're going to be like brittle, fickle little teeth, but you're going to show them anyway, and it's going to be embarrassing for everybody. So maybe I should just boot you now. Save future me the trouble, you know? Here, what I'll do for people who can't put 2 and 2 together because they don't know what day it is or they don't keep track of that kind of thing, I'll pin a note. I'll pin a note to chat, okay? There you go. I think that sums it up. I'm gonna pin this. And then, you know, half of the people will see it and they'll understand what we're doing here today. And then the other half of the people will have something snarky to say about how I abandoned the paladin. So here we go. Strap in. All right, Houston, we have a problem. You guys are gonna think this is crazy, and maybe you're gonna think that I'm neurotic. Maybe you're gonna think, I don't know what some of you guys are gonna think some things, but I think I have to re-roll. I think I have to re-roll. I think I gotta redo my character creation. Does anybody want to guess why Robert might have to redo his character creation at this point? Because yeah, oh, it seems neurotic, but I think I'm gonna have to. I don't think I'm gonna make it for 200 hours with this. The screams? Tawin, the screams? What? Hold on. What are we talking about here? Oh, you mean like when we get hit? No. No, that's not what's bothering me. The hair's not moving. The fucking hair is not moving. You got it, man. I don't know how I would say your name because I don't know if that's an I or a K or an X or a K or an I or an L. But man, you nailed it. The hair's not moving. She yells a lot. How do you know that I don't like that? But yeah, I don't like that. Pardon me. I don't like that the hair's not moving. It's gonna drive me bonkers, guys. I can't stand when something should have physics, but it doesn't have any fucking physics. It's like one of those things, like once you see it, you can't unsee it type of thing. I can't do 200 hours like this. It looks like a weird helmet. Yes, David, exactly. It looks like a weird helmet. It looks like almost like horns, like, because it's not hair, because hair moves when you bounce. Oh, God. Oh, the things that get stuck in my head, because I just can't unsee it now, you know? I won't stop looking at it. I have stuff. I have to send the wand and the gold to my bank alt. So I gotta run to the mailbox. This is just a little temporary little pothole, little setback, little bit of traffic here getting going today. Yeah, I can't do it. I mean, we know I'm not gonna make it with the hair not moving. So what do I have to do now? Oh, what do I have to do now? I could do a different hairstyle. Like, obviously, maybe that's the play. Just do a different hairstyle. But now I gotta make sure, we gotta check it right away. If it looks like it's supposed to move, it has to move. Yeah, better now than in 10 levels. Better now than in 10 hours, yeah. Ah, oh, damn it, though. They should look at this. Nope, nobody wants this. And I feel like you're gonna note, even if you're not crazy like me, you're gonna notice it at some point. And when you notice it, it's gonna start bothering you. Like, you might go 10, 20, 50, because you might play like way out here. You're not really thinking about it, you know, like, who cares? But then, like, one day it's gonna strike you. And when it does, it's gonna ruin the character for you. They should seriously look at this. I know they can add physics to ponytails, because lots of ponytails have physics. So there's something they can do here. I almost feel like it's supposed to have physics and they're just not working. I don't know, it's weird. It's so weird, okay. Ugh, it's fine. Should we just roll a dwarf? Because I kind of want to quest in the human and dwarven lands anyway. Should we just do a dwarf priest? And because apparently the screaming bothers some people. Like, Tawin is very bothered by her screaming. So maybe we should go dwarf. Let's mail this stuff to my... I'm hoping I have... I'm assuming I have a bank alt. I have to have a bank alt, right? Ramble's bank. There she is. Yeah, let's see. Let's take a look. Oh god. 1 second. Let me clean this up. Okay. Yeah. I think... I think that's what we're doing. So let me delete and grab my name really fast. It should save that for us in character create. Like, I should be able to go back in and get right back to that. But if I don't do this fast, then somebody will, oh shit, somebody will grab my name. Oh, it didn't save it. Oh man, I've had it save it where like it hangs on to the appearance you create and then you can go back in. Son of a biscuit. If somebody grabs my name, then the stream might be over for the day. I don't know if I can handle that right now. Not a warrior, Robert. Okay, thank God. That's fine. She didn't get the earrings, but that's okay. Alright, so now we have to go to my bank alt, and we gotta mail that stuff over. Maybe my bank alt has bags. Ooh, shiny! My bank alt not only has a ton of bags, we got 50 gold. That's juicy. I wonder if we have any goodies in the bank. I don't really remember using this bank alt for much. But clearly at some point I sent them some stuff from somebody somewhere. I have no idea. I have characters on this server, like a level 48 Night Elf Warrior, that I don't really remember playing.
King's honor, friend.
Nothing in the bank, though. Okay. That's too bad. I bet I have characters on this server, though, that do have stuff, like some good gear and stuff stashed in their bank. We should do an audit. I think I'm going to do a quick character audit and just see what we got going on. If I have characters parked in cities, that is. Okay. Oh, what is this? Like some healing pots I sent from somebody? Oh, Stormwind music is kicking out. Let's turn that down a bit. Okay. Let's fire this off. I'm gonna send her some bags. I'm gonna send some potions and the wands, and we're gonna send. How much gold should we send? We shouldn't need a lot of gold. Like, what do we need gold for before the mount? Let's send 5 gold. And then I think I want to do just a quick. I think I want to do a quick look at a couple of other characters. Do I have anybody in cities? I have my rogue. She probably has stuff in her bank. I have this warrior. No one's parked in a major city. Oh, I can check her bank though in Stranglethorn. I want to see if I have any like gear stashed away. See, I don't really recall this character, but at some point we played them quite a bit before we played the rogue. And I wonder if she has any goodies. Oh, you know what? I've taken her bags and given them to somebody. Maybe I passed her bags to the rogue. Maybe that's what happened. Oh, you do have stuff. You've got a one-handed intellect dagger with shadow damage. This is level 27. That could go to the priest. You've got level 15 cloth gloves that I think I'm just going to send to the priest right now. Level 43 green belt is not that important. She's got a lot of cloth too. Okay, yeah, I think just sending the gloves for now, and then if I need the dagger later, we'll send the dagger. And we're gonna try to twink ourselves out, I guess. SimCity, can you tell me something that might be useful to me? I don't know. You'd have to tell me, and then I'd have to decide if it was useful to me. Right now, we can't know. Hey, you Wave, good morning to you, buddy. Oh, that's not where I'm going. Oh my god. I'm actually stuck. I've never gotten stuck here. There we go. Oh my god. You can get stuck there a little bit. Here we go. Oh, nope. Nope, that's not it. Have I heard of an add-on called Alcoholic? See, that's not useful to me, because yes, I have. Yeah, it keeps track of you can look at your alts, like gold and all kinds of neat stuff. I use that for hardcore, like when we were doing a lot of hardcore, I think I remember using that one. Alright, let's fire that off. And that's it, I guess. Okay. Let's go.
The stoic dwarves of Ironforge spent countless generations mining treasures from deep within the earth. Hidden within their impregnable stronghold of Ironforge Mountain, they rarely ventured beyond the wintry peaks of Dun Morogh. Recently, however, the dwarves unearthed a series
Oh god, I gotta change my thumbnail. Crap.
Driven to discover the truth about his people's fabled origins, the great king Magni Bronzebeard ordered that the dwarves shift their industry from mining to archaeology. As part of the Grand Alliance, the stalwart dwarven armies have been called away to battle the merciless horde in faraway lands. In these perilous times, the defense of the Mountain Kingdom falls to brave dwarves like you. The spirits of the ancient kings watch over you, and the very mountains are your strength. The future of your people is in your hands.
What can I do for you? Safe travels.
Oh, we don't have a mailbox here yet, so we are not going to have our mail until we get to Karanos. And I feel like that's okay. We really shouldn't need the bags until then. We shouldn't need the bags until then. What's my highest level character? Level 7. See, we have hair physics here. Like, I don't know why they would do that hairstyle and not have any physics. And, like, why they thought that was acceptable work. They didn't add the mailboxes till Kata. Yeah, that's right. How's the music volume, guys? The music's good? Cool, cool, thank you. What are my impressions of TBC Anniversary? I don't know. Have I played enough TBC Anniversary to have impressions? I like the TBC era a lot. Like, as a big fan of Classic, I really do enjoy the TBC era in general. I don't know, like, if I played enough to have impressions of, like, how things feel this time around or not. This is my third time around with TBC. I did TBC in 2006, I did TBC initially in Classic Progression, and now we're doing TBC again. So, you know, it's going. I'm happy to be here. Like, I'm happy to have TBC. But as far as, like, what the raiding scene is like, how active players are, I don't know. We don't have enough tanks, I'll tell you that. Biggest takeaway? TBC Anniversary needs the automated LFG. To incentivize people to play tanks and just, in general, make it easier for DPS to get into groups. And that's like my biggest feeling about TBC that would, I guess, be a critique. It's like, TBC is great. Modern day TBC in 2026 needs the LFG. Especially now that we're on mega servers and we don't have that excuse of like, oh, cross-realm play degrades the experience of being a part of a server community, and players are going to be real jackholes because they're just not going to care about the groups because the people in their groups are not on their home server. It gets rid of all that nonsense when people said it like ruined the social aspect of the game. Now that we're just on mega servers. So there's no reason not to have it. Well, there is a reason not to have it. They don't want to put the work in and do it. You know, that's reason enough, I suppose. Let's see. We are done with the wolves. Let's go turn this in. Did we pick up any useful loot? We got some cloth boots. We got a cloak. We have, well, the leather vest we can't really do anything with. Let's vendor everything.
Well met.
Okay.
Be good.
Tanita, welcome
Great
to the
to meet
stream
you.
and thanks for joining us.
Off with you.
Let's take the gloves here.
See you soon. Watch your
Hello
back.
Rune is our class quest. Coldridge
See you
mail
soon.
delivery is a breadcrumb. I gotta grab a thumbnail. I gotta make a new thumbnail since I switched, since I re-rolled. Give me 1 second here. Let me just grab a quick screenshot and get this set up before people start coming and saying, it shows a drain eye! Where's the drain eye? Nope. Nope, stop yawning, lady. I'm trying to get the thumbnail made. There we go. Okay, one of those should suffice. Let's see. That'll do. Alright, there we go. We are now up to date.
Well met. See you soon.
Am I sure there's not a mailbox up the hill? I'm pretty sure there's not a mailbox until we get to Karnos. Okay, what do we got? We got trogs. Gotta go after some trogs here. Oh, I don't have objectives showing on this realm. We are objective free as far as like questies showing us where stuff's at right now. I don't know if I'll leave it that way. Maybe for now I will. It doesn't really matter for now. Am I using an add-on for the quest text? Yeah, that's Dialogue UI. It also has a pretty dark mode that we use for Horde side. Can I share my link for my edit mode? I don't know, cause is that a thing I can do? I don't know how to do that. Can we create links for our edit mode loadouts? Oh, look at that. Wait, share. Okay. Copy to clipboard. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. It doesn't like that. I don't think I can do it here because it doesn't like it. Maybe I can do it. Maybe I can do it in like in the description because I can't put it into a comment. It's too many characters. It's so weird. You think they would find a way to make it like create a link that makes sense? Oh my god. I don't know how that's ever gonna work. It creates this long thing. It's like a whole page of shit. You know? I don't know if that's gonna fit anywhere I can put it. It's kind of useless. It's so weird. I could try to put it in the description, but I don't know if it's gonna even work. You guys will have to tell me if it does. Let's see. What do we call it? Edit mode layout link? Yeah, no, it's not gonna work. I don't know what they intend this to be used for. This is not any kind of link that could be used, I don't think. Here, I'll put it there and you guys can tell me if you can do anything with it. I'll just put it there. Yeah, there we go. That is what it outputted. So I don't know if there's a place you guys can copy that into the game. Like maybe that works. I don't know how it would, but maybe it does. It's very strange. Speaking of edit mode though, I do see a couple things I have to change in particular. Because this current layout I have set up for recording, and when I'm recording I don't have the camera. So let me actually, now that I've given you a link, let me change everything. Let's move the bags up here so you guys can see the bags. This menu can just go up top here and hang out up here. I don't really ever need to see that again in my life. Let's see, how does everything else look? Everything else looks good. Yeah, let's save it like that. Actually, let's make a new one. Oh, I don't want to save it though. What if I just wanted to like create a new preset? That's so annoying. Okay, anyway, I'll save it. I'll worry about it later. Karen, good evening to you and welcome to the stream. We had a false start today anyhow. I had to re-roll a character, so...
What's on your mind?
Because of that, you're not really late at all. Let's grab the bear shawl. Let's put that on. So I guess now all we have are breadcrumbs. It's been a long time since I've done any of this content without the quest tracking. Maybe we'll just leave it off. There's not a good argument to be made for it. It's gonna make everything take longer, but maybe I'll spend less time staring at my map. I should really train. Yeah, let's go train.
Hi, how are you?
Great to meet you. Safe travels.
What's on your mind? Watch your back. You got my attention.
Power word fortitude. Okay.
Safe travels.
$30 minutes. Nice. Yeah, the link sort of works. Some stuff is overlapped due to maybe due to different resolutions. Yes. That would make sense. Is it still cold in Michigan? It's been like in the 50s and 60s for highs. We're gonna see 80s next week. It's been hot and cold and hot and cold, which is pretty typical for us to go back and forth like that in the springtime.
How are you? Be good.
I don't think that was the place I'm looking for. We need the Coldridge mail delivery. It's gotta be somewhere around here. Yeah, right up here maybe. What's the best weapon for priest? I think we are typically going to gravitate towards staffs, but if we have a good offhander, we can use a one-handed weapon and an offhand. I don't know if we can equip daggers. I think we're locked with maces. We can use maces. Can we use swords or daggers? I don't know.
Interest you on a pint?
I think I typically end up with a staff.
Watch your back. Be good.
It's supposed to be a really hot summer in the US. A super El Nino? I don't believe in stuff like that.
Off with you. Watch your back.
The only add-ons we're using right now is Dialogue UI for quest text, and we're using a little bit of Questy. I'm using Questy right now, though, only for this. We're not using Questy to track any objectives. We're not using Questy to track any quests. We're blind. I'm only using Questy for the quest tracker because it looks a lot better than the in-game quest tracker. So yeah, basically we're just using Dialogue UI for the quest text change, and that's it. In one of my ramblings I mentioned Classic Plus. Oh, that happens all the time though. And I've been talking about Classic Plus for years, so it could have been any rant that I said at any time. Do I think TBC would be that Classic Plus would be a continuation of TBC? No, no, no. Classic Plus is not like, oh, TBC, and then Classic Plus is Vanilla Plus. So whenever we talk about Classic Plus, like these days at least especially, what we mean is a version of Vanilla, which is just the 1 to 60, just Kalimdor Eastern Kingdoms plus. No Outland, no Northrend. Just Eastern Kingdoms in Kalimdor. That's Classic Plus. At least now that's what it's shaping up to be. In the distant past, you know, it could have been anything, but now we know better. And at this point, you won't have to wait long for Blizzard to tell you about Classic Plus, because you should be hearing about Classic Plus directly out of Blizzard's mouth in September. September is when you should have all the juicy details about what Classic Plus is really going to be.
What's on your mind?
You 100% won't have Draenei. I can promise you that. I can promise you there won't be Draenei or Blood Elves, because they're not just going to reuse stuff that they did originally. So you may have new races. Like, it's very likely that Alliance will have High Elves, and Horde will have something, you know, whether Horde get Goblins, maybe Horde get Ogres, maybe Horde get Worgen. I've been tossing around this idea where maybe the Gilneans throw in with the Horde in Classic Plus. And the Horde get Murlocs. Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's the way. And I don't know what they'll do for Horde side. Like, for sure they're gonna have to do High Elves for Alliance side. They're kind of pigeonholed into that by, like, the fans wanting it for 22 years. But as far as what they're gonna do for Horde side, who knows? I hope they don't do Blood Elves. As weird as that sounds. Because I think that would just be, like, pretty lame for Classic Plus. Especially if the Alliance gets something like completely new that they've never had. And then Horde just get Blood Elves. You know, if they just copy Turtle WoW, it'll be Goblins, right? They could just copy Turtle WoW and do High Elves Goblins. Like, will they do that? We will find out. Maybe in September. But it 100% won't be Draenei. I would be willing to bet any amount of money that it will not be Draenei. Alright, we hit level 4. One of these guys should have like a coffee mug for us to run. It's not this guy. Maybe it's the guy back at the other camp. Do I want to go back to town to train? We could probably do these quests out here with the trolls, and for the box, the chest, and the bucket of bolts, we can probably do that stuff. Without going back to train. What level are these guys? Level 3. Because all we're really getting is Shadow Word Pain. I don't know if these guys are staying alive long enough for Shadow Word Pain to matter. Maybe they are. Talon, you think the date's gonna end up being 2028? Oh god, it can't be. That's the messed up thing. It's like, assuming they've been working on this since Season of Discovery was winding down, and like obviously they have all the assets already that they would ever need, so there's no asset creation really. Like, it can't be 2028. If it's 2028, they're in a lot of trouble. I think Lael's right. I think it has to be 2027. I wouldn't rule out, like, if I were them, I'd want to shadow drop it. Maybe not the day they talk about it, but sometime really soon. Like, I don't think 2028 is gonna work though. I think autumn of 2027 would be okay. Christmas of this year would be ideal. That's what I would want. After all the time they had with Season of Discovery, and then all the time since Season of Discovery, yeah, I would. Like I said, it goes back to the idea they don't have to make new assets or anything. Like, there's not a lot of like production that goes in. I mean, there's obviously a lot of work to be done, but I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm not interested in hearing anything about 2028. Not unless they have another thing planned before then. Like, maybe if they had another season planned before Classic Plus, then 2028 would be okay. But if they just want me to keep playing Anniversary until 2028 and to be happy with that, that's not gonna work. You know what I mean? I think they have to know that. They're gonna have to give us something else if they don't want to put Classic Plus out till 2028. Then they're gonna have to give us something else in the meantime that's like nice and juicy, keep us fed. Yeah, I think autumn of 2027 would be good for Classic Plus, like October, November. Oh my dear god, we're in trouble. Classic WAD? No. My inventory's full, guys. My master plan of staying out here and getting all the items and whatnot completely backfired. So, in embarrassment, I'm gonna blow my Hearthstone. We're gonna get back to town, we're gonna vendor, we're gonna train level 4, and then we're gonna come back out. A full inventory? Impossible. Yeah, I really need those bags we sent ourselves. Yeah, that's fine. What else? Let's sell the woolies. And let's go train. Maybe if they do something really cool between now and 2028, that would be okay. Otherwise, I don't know. I mean, we've already been waiting. The longer I wait, the higher my expectations are. So at some point, a threshold gets crossed, and it's just not going to work out. Yeah, that'd be really, really unfortunate if it's 2028.
Off with you.
Really, really unfortunate. Starlord, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. It'd be really cool if we got a new mace in the meantime while we're waiting to get our wand out of the mail. We could really use a better mace. Servers are up? That's cool. I'm gonna do this today. They said the servers were gonna be down until noon my time. So when I read noon my time, I assumed, you know, they could be up at noon, they could be up at 1, and I just don't have time to sit around and wait and see what they're gonna do with the servers, so I decided to do this today instead. And we will jump back onto the pally next time. did I first start playing WoW? It was 2005. Because I wasn't playing day one. It took my friend a little while to get me to like sit down and play. Because at the time I didn't think I had time. So I kept putting him off and putting him off. He'd like show me raids and stuff, like really early on content, like, you know, he'd constantly be calling me, hey, look at this, look at this. I'm like, okay, okay. And then, you know, finally he got me to log in one day and like run a character around. And that was basically all I needed to do. And I think he knew that. I think he knew, like, once I get him to log into the game and run a character around the game, he's gonna fall in love with the game, but I just kept putting him off. I think we got everything here, so we are done. I want to find... Ooh, damn. I want to find the quest to deliver the malt, or the hot chocolate, or whatever it is. Is this priest gonna be discipline, holy discipline, or shadow? I mean, we're gonna level up with a level up spec. Ultimately, it's gonna be a holy healer. Like, assuming we do endgame stuff on it, which I'd like to at least do some heroics, then we're gonna go holy. But leveling up will just take a little bit of shadow, a little bit of discipline. Make ourselves a nice wand build with spirit tap to keep us going.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Here we go, here's a new mace.
See you soon.
That'll help for now.
Be good. Safe travels.
How do you get the loot UI to appear at your mouse? There's an option for it. I don't know what it's under, but if you type loot into the options menu, you might be able to find it that way.
Keep your feet on the ground.
But yeah, it's definitely an option. Oh, here we go. This guy has the
How are ya?
Scalding Morning Brew delivery.
Safe travels.
Need assistance? Alrighty then.
No. See you soon.
Zenkai, welcome to the stream, buddy. Thanks for joining us today.
What can I get for you today? See you soon. Watch your back.
Bring back the
Off with
mug.
you.
Okay. Level 5, so nothing new to train. What is this though? In favor of the light.
What's on your mind?
You've been following the light for long enough that you find your way to Mexan, Anvilov, and Keranos. He'll teach you more about the path you're following. Oh, it's just a breadcrumb?
Safe travels.
Okay, just a breadcrumb. Alright. Looks like we have to go into the back of the troll cave and return the mug, and then I think we'll be done here. We can go to Keranos and get our bags and get our wand. Buffalo Bill, good morning to you and welcome to the stream.
Hi. See you soon.
We should have bought some water. That would have been really, really smart. Because at level 5, we already need to have water on us. Usually you don't really need to carry water until like level 7, 8. But no. I gotta figure out how to do like a minimal rotation here before we get our wand. I'm gonna have to melee. Like, that's what it comes down to. We are gonna have to melee. We could probably get away with doing 2 smites, Shadow Word Pain, and then melee. And if we do that, our natural regen should keep us going pretty okay. Wow, an 11 crit. I have a battered chest back here somewhere. Looks like it's up top. I'm not really sure how we would get up top. Maybe there's a different way we can go that gets us up there. Do we need the battered chest? I mean, probably not. Yeah, if I do switch over today, I'll probably take a break and then switch over. I don't want to just pop back over. Because I'd like to keep the VOD intact afterwards. For those people that, for the 5 people that watch the VODs after the stream. You know, I want the dwarf episode 1 to at least live on its own. So if I do get the urge to switch to the paladin today, I'll take a break and come back with it. That way it's it ends up as a different VOD. But I think I'm gonna stick with this for now. No, it doesn't. You pay 1 sub and you get access to every version of Classic. You pay 1 sub, you get access to every version of Classic. You also get access to play retail up to like level 60 or 70. I think it's level 60. So yeah, you get a lot of stuff for your sub. Now the installable client is different. Like you have a different client to install to access the TBC servers. But the subscription fee is just 1 fee, and the account is just 1 account. But you do have to install the version that you want to play, and then that's how you make sure you're accessing the correct servers. Gotta look in your BattleNet dropdown. BattleNet dropdown, around where your account name is at, you'll see the dropdown for the different versions. This guy is kicking my butt. Let's try to heal. Then you're not, if it's still acting like you need a sub and you think you've subbed, check the account dropdown. Perhaps your account dropdown is set to like a trial account and not the account you want to be using. Like all of your accounts should be listed in the dropdown there. That's all I can think of. Other than that, you'll need Blizz support, and we all know what Blizz support's like. It looks like I'm gonna have to fight my way out of here no matter what I do. That was the problem. There you go. I'm glad we were able to resolve it. Yeah, it defaulted you to a different account that didn't have a sub. Yeah. It happens to everybody sometimes. Sometimes stuff like that happens after there's like a client update. I'll log in and it'll be on the wrong account. So it'll all look weird, like I'm not subbed. I don't even know how to get out of here. Maybe we go this way. Nope, that's not the way. Wayne, welcome to the stream, buddy. We are doing something a little bit different today because there was US maintenance today. So today I am starting up this dwarf priest on the EU robes. And I don't know if I'm going to play the paladin today or not. I think I'm just going to stick it out over here today. And we'll be back on the paladin next time. So anytime I'm on the Alliance side, we're on the EU realms. And anytime I'm on Horde side, we're on the US realms. That's kind of how I've delineated things. Oh, I don't do guilds. I don't have a guild. I don't run a guild. Sometimes I will join a friend's guild. Like I have a buddy who sometimes I'll join his guild on a character, but I'm not a guild person. My days of trying to run a guild and have a guild are long over. It's way too much hassle. Way too much socializing. Who wants all that socializing? And I don't have time for it.
Well met. Keep your feet on the ground.
I think that's it. I think we're getting out of here. No bags dropped, but we got water. There's that. I sent us some things, so we have some bags waiting for us in Karanos, thankfully. I'm already doing the whole like no bags thing on my Night Elf Warrior. I don't really want to struggle bus it with another character just for fun. I'm already playing without Questy turned on, so that'll be like how we struggle bus this character. Is I'll keep objectives off. But as far as bags, I need some bag space, so we have 10 slot bags waiting. I'd love to hit level 6 and just train, but man, I guess we'll just head down the road. I don't like really leaving the starting areas at level 5, but I guess that's what we're doing today.
How are you? Safe travel. What can I do for you? See you soon. Be good.
Safe travels.
Well, there we go. We did hit level 6, so that's nice. We'll train in Keranos.
Honored, I'm sure. Off and away.
I forgot there could be trogs here. I thought we were just going to have a safe little run. Am I gonna zone hop between Elwyn? Yeah, I think so. We might do a little bit here, but Elwyn is typically easier to take on at a low level, so we might just go right to Elwyn. In Classic, should a healer ever be attacking at all in a group setting? Sure, if they want to. I mean, if you're not doing anything else, you could wand. Wanding is nice. I don't think I'd really want a healer to be wasting mana, like DPSing. But if you wanted to wand, I wouldn't hold it against you.
What can I do for ya? Off with you.
What's on your mind? Off with you.
So, I mean, we could do some stuff here first and then go to Elwyn. Or we can go to Elwyn first and then come here. I don't know if it matters. I always feel like the stuff in Dun Morogh is a little bit more challenging than the stuff in Elwyn. But maybe we can do some of it.
Great to meet you.
Let's see. Beer-basted boar ribs, 6 crag boar ribs. Could probably do that one. Can go over to the depot.
How are you?
We're gonna take tailoring and enchanting on this character. We are probably gonna have to get both of those in a city. I don't know if we're gonna have a tailoring person. Stormwind will be a good place to get professions. But we're not really in a rush to grab either of those because we're not gonna be able to work on tailoring or enchanting for a little bit.
You got my attention. Watch your back. See you soon.
Find Mountaineer Dolph and heal his wounds using Lesser Heal rank 2. Afterward, grant him Power Word Fortitude. It's usually about this time that one of your power is tested to see if they're worthy of wearing robes denoting their place in the church. But to be honest, I have more pressing matters to look into. Citizen of Keranos just came here and told me about a hurt mountaineer. This says Citizen of Keranos. It doesn't say a citizen. It just says the word citizen. Like, that's a typo, right? Like, I'm not losing my mind. Citizen of Keranos. Like, I don't like it. I don't like any of this paragraph. This paragraph is a bad paragraph. It desperately needs to be rewritten.
Safe travels.
It didn't tell me anything about where this guy was at, I don't think, so.
Great to meet you.
We'll see if we find him
Off
without
with
Questy.
you. Watch your back.
Okay. Training would be good though. Let's train level 6. We should get Power Word. Yeah, Power Word Shield. And Smite rank 2 is nice.
Safe travels.
There we go. And there we go.
You got my attention.
We can do cooking. We can do spiced bread.
Off with you.
Let's loot the mailbox. We got bags, we got a little bit of gold. That'll make getting professions going easier. I'm gonna leave that in the bags until level 15. I don't know if I needed all that stuff either, but let's put the bags on. There we go. Let's put the level 5 wand on. We got potions. There we go.
What can I get for you today? Watch your back.
Alright, I'm gonna make all of this bread. And while I make all this bread, I'm gonna go AFK. I gotta get some more coffee, and I need to bio. So let's hang out at the inn. We are gonna make 50 spice bread to get our cooking like skyrocketed right off the bat. So let's do that, and I will be back. I don't know why I thought that was going to give us more skill ups. Alright, well anyway, that is a pretty good start, I think. Now we don't really need the food, I guess, but I'll keep a stack of it. Speaking of a stack of things, let's get a stack of water.
What's on your mind?
See you soon.
There we go.
I have the finest wires in the land.
I guess we could set the Hearthstone here too,
Great
for
to
now.
meet you. Be good.
So the find treasure finds stuff like water barrels. I don't think I've ever looted a water barrel in my entire life. I'm assuming we get water out of it. There you go. You can get 5 refreshing spring water for free by looting the water barrel back here. That's pretty cool. That'll help out early on. If you're like fresh start, no resources.
What's on your mind? See you soon. Watch your back.
Talk to me. Off with you. Be good. You got my attention. Off with you.
No. Safe travels.
Did we pick up trade skills yet? We picked up cooking. And that's it. We're gonna have to wait until we get the Stormwind to grab tailoring and enchanting, which is fine because we can't work on those yet anyway. We don't have any cloth yet, so... Alright, I think we should fight our way out this way. If we fight our way kind of along the sides of the road, we'll get out to Rumbleshot, and then we can go to Brunel. Actually, before we go to Rumbleshot, we need to find the ammo, and I think we have to jump down here to do that. So, slight detour. Let's go grab the ammo first. Although I think we'll avoid the Yeti Cave this time around. Maybe we'll hold off on the Yeti Cave until we come back from Elwyn. I always feel like Elwyn is just a smoother start. Maybe it's because I'm more familiar with it. But I feel like the path you take while questing in Elwyn is a lot more intuitive than the path that you can initially take here in Dun Morogh. Then again, I could just be really thrown off because I haven't quested here without questy objectives on for a long time. It's been since like before 2020 where I would have quested here. Like probably Season of Mastery was the last time I quested through Alliance stuff without having the objectives on for questy. So it's been a little while. Elwyn is more cozy. Yeah, Elwyn is very cozy. I like Dun Morogh a lot, but I like Dun Morogh as a place we come after we've gotten some levels out of Elwyn Forest. Because then I can tackle a lot of stuff here all at once without having to be as careful of, as like, worried about enemy levels and stuff like that. Level 8 cats, you know, they're bad. Level 8 bears, they can probably mess us up. It just goes more smoothly once you have a few levels. Alright, here's the ammo crate. Dave, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us today. Like this guy here. Oh, you're only level 5. You're not so bad. Yeah, there are some level 8 cats out here somewhere. I do have to remember to let myself get hit. At least semi-frequently. So that we don't have our defensive skill get really, really far behind things.
What can I do for you? See you soon. Be good. Come on. Well, on our way. Keep your feet on the ground.
Well, we hit level 7 by discovering Brunel Village. That's cool when that happens.
Here there. Be good.
What's on your mind? Watch your back.
I've the finest wares in the land.
We need one more Cragmore rib, and then I think I will head back to town. We could go after Wendigo mains, level 7. As long as we don't have to go deep into the cave, we could do that one. I just don't want to go deep into the cave at level 7. I feel like that's a good way to get killed. There we go. 6 out of 6. Yeah, Wayne, I know they came up. I just decided to do this today. I didn't want to stop after only the hour and a half. It's so unpredictable that on Tuesdays, I don't think I'm going to bother playing on the US realms on Tuesdays going forward. Any day they have US maintenance, we'll probably just play on the EU realms, even if we're leveling an NA character. Because yeah, I mean their maintenances are too unpredictable. They say 8 o'clock Pacific, it ends up being 11 o'clock Pacific. They say 9 o'clock Pacific, it ends up being 8 o'clock Pacific. Like, I just don't want to deal with it. If maintenance is happening on a day, I will not play on the US realms on that day. That's what I'm going to do going forward. Just makes life a lot easier that way. This is awful. 4 wolves right outside of town? Oh my god. Y'all back off. Freaking rude, man.
Can I help you? Be seeing you.
What's on your mind? Off with you.
What's on your mind? See you soon.
What can I do for you? Watch your back. Great to meet you. See you soon.
How are you? Safe travels. What's on your mind? Be good. Keep your feet on the ground.
Alright, it looks like we have to run back out to Brunel Village. Couple of things that go back out that way. Let's go down by the Yeti. Let's go do the Yeti, then we'll go to Brunel Village, then we can hearth back to Keranos. And after that, I think we'll be level 8. After that, we can go to Stormwind and start doing some stuff out of Elven Forest. We'll also make a stop in Stormwind, obviously, to learn our professions. We want to pick up tailoring and enchanting. Geo, good evening to you, buddy. Welcome to the stream. David, you've lost a few hardcore characters in this cave. I think we all have. I think I've definitely lost a character in this cave. If I haven't, I'd be really shocked. Maybe we should work our way out of here now. It's probably as deep as we need to go. We've got a chest over here, though, that we could fight too. Found a chest piece that was an upgrade, even though it was a junk item. Better than the starting robes. And we found some patchwork pants as well. Put those on after the fight. I have to remember that I have a really useful buff that a lot of players might actually want. That person already had a higher level of it, so I couldn't override it. Looks like we're getting respawns here at the front. I'm gonna pop a potion. Chaos, good evening to you and welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us today. Alright, let's head out to Brunel Village. We'll turn in what we have there, and then I think we'll hearth back to Karanos. We're gonna hit level 8 here pretty soon. And I'd like to get over to Stormwind and get over into Elwyn. Why did I change from Draenei to the Dwarf? Initially because the Draenei had no hair physics, if you can believe that. Just like, as soon as I noticed it, I couldn't unsee it. And then I thought, what better way to guarantee we have hair physics than to just play a Dwarf? And now here we are. Our hair doesn't look like some weird helmet that's been grafted to our head. And that is level 8. Priest leveling seems pretty smooth with Power Word Shield. Will it be better or worse later? It's going to stay really good. In fact, it's going to get better because we're going to get more damaging abilities, but we're also going to spec into Spirit Tap. And at 5 points, Spirit Tap's going to restore a bunch of mana anytime we kill anything worth experience. So between the Wand and Spirit Tap and Dots, we're always going to be at a point where we can just go, 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 go. So like our individual kill rate might not be as fast as some other classes, but our ability to keep momentum is basically unparalleled. We're never going to have to stop and eat after a certain point. Unless for some reason we end up fighting gray enemies, which we typically don't have that happen. Yeah, in my mind it just gets better and better. Like, I love priest leveling. Yeah, it's really great for leveling, especially if you're a person that does not like to stop and eat and stop and drink a lot. If you want to keep momentum going, this is a really good class to do that on.
You got my attention. Watch your back. Be good. Off with you.
Hi. Off with you. Keep your feet on the ground.
Alright, let's hearth back. Let's train level 8. We got Renew and we got Fade. Fade's only going to be useful in dungeons. Renew will be good. I'll pull this out, but I'll probably hardly ever use it. Outside of town to the south. Maybe I ought to try to find this guy. Somewhere around to the south of town, there's an injured mountaineer that I need to heal for a priest quest. You know, the reward is some robes with spirit on it, which is not the best thing in the world, but it's better than nothing, so... Well, let's go see if we can find this guy. I doubt they'd make it very hard to find him. He's literally right here. Okay, so I need to use rank 2 of lesser heal, and then I gotta give him fortitude.
How are you?
There we go. That'll do it. So yeah, just some free robes with spirit on it, which is great.
How are ya? Off with you. See you soon.
We have one quest to turn in over at the depot, then we'll head to Ironforge and we will catch the tram. We could train at Ironforge. We'll take a look because maybe the trainers will be more convenient than finding them in Stormwind. But we need tailoring and enchanting. And then once we get out to Elwyn, we'll grab fishing and probably do a little bit of fishing to get that going. I feel like cooking is already in a pretty good spot.
Here there. Watch your back.
How do I like the leveling experience for the priest? It's one of my favorite classes. At least in vanilla era it was a ton of fun, and I'm assuming it's going to be very much the same in TBC. That being said, I don't know how the higher level stuff is, but I know that like low level and mid level, I really enjoy it. Let's find out where these trainers are at.
No. See you soon.
Enchanting is here. Oh, this is going to be really easy. I think tailoring is like right back here somewhere.
Correct on me. Keep your feet on the ground.
Yeah, okay, we're going to learn professions here. It seems like this is going to be more straightforward to find them than looking for them in Stormwind. So in Classic, you don't want to level like as a healer. Like if you're playing Classic, you're just gonna build a leveling spec. And you can still heal stuff while leveling up. Like you're gonna be fine to heal stuff regardless of your spec, probably all the way up through like Zul'Farrak, maybe even into Outland. And you're just gonna do a leveling build. There's no reason to say like I'm gonna spec all the way into Discipline, I'm gonna spec all the way into Holy. In fact, doing that is wrong. Like you don't ever want to do that. as a priest, what you really want to grab no matter what is you want to grab Spirit Tap from the Shadow Tree before you do anything else. Spirit Tap is going to be what gets you your mana back. It's going to be what keeps you off the ground. Otherwise, you're going to be drinking non-stop. After that, you probably want to grab Wand Specialization out of Discipline so that you boost your Wand damage, because you are going to be doing a lot of wanding. And then you're free to go back into Shadow, or you can go down the Discipline tree if you want to. But you don't want to just say, like, I'm going to level, like, as a Holy Priest. That's going to be absolutely miserable and is totally not the way you want to go about it. In my opinion. Just like to add that caveat to everything now, because, you know, we're on the internet. I don't think I need any supplies. You know what? I'm just gonna buy. I'm gonna need some coarse thread eventually. Let's just buy some. I have inventory space for it, so I'll just buy a couple stacks of this now. A lot of this, like other edible meat, I don't need the tough jerky. I don't need the pellet gun. I'm gonna cook the boar chunks. I'm gonna sell the bread. The malachite I don't think is useful. I mean, we could check the auction house, but I don't think that's going to sell for much of anything. Cragboar ribs we can keep. The buff food, you know, we might want to be eating some of that. Let's sell the overflow on the potion stacks. And that looks good. I might want to buy some linen cloth off the auction house just to get us going with our tailoring. And then enchanting was somewhere over this way. I feel like enchanting was right here. That's a shaman trainer. That's nice to know. I didn't know they had put shaman trainers like that in other places. Okay, I give up. Let's just ask the guard again. Okay, it was a little bit further down the ring. I'm gonna need something from her, I just don't know what. Can't train from you for whatever reason. I'll grab these. I'll take those. We're gonna need some simple wood. We're gonna need a copper rod. I know that much. Here we go. Let's make our ruined copper rod. I think we basically have to do this, like, right away before we can do much of anything else. And then we don't have bracers. Oh, that's hilarious. We can't even enchant yet. We don't have the bracers to enchant, so we'll have to put the brakes on that for now. Alright, let's jump on the tram. We'll check out the auction house in Stormwind and see if we can get ourselves some stacks of linen just to get things going with our tailoring. I'd like to boost that a little bit early on if we can, if it's not too expensive. We don't have a ton of gold. What do I got like 4 gold. Am I going to be able to find a stack of linen for under 4 gold? I don't know. But we can look. And then we also have to make sure that we train stabs. Because right now all I can equip are maces, and that's not going to work for long. Dave, thanks for hanging out, man. Have a great rest of your day. Take care, we'll see you next time. I'm not gonna buy a bunch of mats for enchanting. We will focus on just disenchanting the stuff that we craft with tailoring. Definitely we're gonna get those working together. And then any junk greens we find, instead of vendoring them or selling them on the AH, we're obviously gonna disenchant those too. I'm not gonna buy mats unless I like absolutely have to. I will buy some linen just because I feel like it's cheaper that way. That way we can skill up our tailoring and eventually get into skilling up enchanting. I want to make sure this character actually has professions. So like my biggest regret with the Pally was not sticking with jewel crafting. The Paladin was supposed to be my jewel crafter. You know, that being said, without raiding, if I'm not going to raid on the Horde side, I don't have a raiding guild, like what do I need gems for, you could say? Well, because gems are awesome and they're big character power for alts and stuff. That's why I wanted gems, but yeah, so I don't want that to happen again. I want to get on the professions like really early, and I want them to be a focus of what we're doing. Have to remember to grab the flight point here. Whoops, I guess this is our life now. Oh, there we go. It's not too bad. A barrel of milk? Don't mind if I do. I love that treasure finding lets us see all the food and water and stuff. It's a little bit distracting, but I think it's interesting. It'd be very useful on like a self-run found. All right, so let's grab flight point. Let's go to auction house first. We'll grab the flight point on the way out. I'll jump down that way to get out of town. But let's go see how much like a stack of linen is going to cost us. I really wish it would just show me linen cloth, like actual, maybe if I add these little things on it. No, that shows me nothing. Yeah, I don't like that it does this. Why is it showing me other things? I don't want bolt of linen cloth. I want the actual linen cloth, please. Okay, let's try it like this. Can I just click? Yeah, there we. Oh, it wants the real quotes. Okay. There we go. Now we're good. How much for a stack? Well. Yeah, there's no buyout here. No buyout here. Man, what's going on? Okay, so ooh, 34 silver a stack. We're gonna get 2 stacks just to get us going. I think that'll be okay. Yeah, it's fairly populated right now. I think like right now, a lot of people hang out in Shatrath now. You know, like a lot of the endgame people they're all hanging out in Shatrath. So like it would otherwise be much, much busier here if we didn't have people who were hanging out in Outland. Which is kind of a bummer when you think about it. It's kind of a bummer when you think about it. Like maybe in Classic Plus, the capital cities will stay capital cities. We won't have to have like a new hub to hang out at in every expansion. We can just keep hanging out in Stormwind if we want to. That would be okay with me. I don't really need any of this stuff. So I guess it doesn't really matter what I make here. Oh, you know what? The pants vendor for the most. So let's just make a bunch of the pants. Ironforge was a ghost town yesterday. Ironforge is always kind of a ghost town. Like, not a lot of people hang out in Ironforge, even in vanilla. Like, obviously in vanilla you're gonna find more people there, but everybody hangs out in Stormwind. And now Shatrath. Shatrath sucks. I mean, you're allowed to have that opinion. That's fine. Okay, two things. Let's go train fishing over here, and then we'll go over to the tailoring trainer and see what else we can learn. I don't know if I want to buy any more linen, but I may. I may buy some more. We have resources, so I might as well use them to give us a little boost. Let's sell all the pants we just made. Recoup some of our lost money here.
See you around.
How are you?
Help you find something. Safe travels.
And we're gonna get the flight path on the way out of town.
Hello. Have a good one. Need help?
Lots and lots and lots of stuff. Okay. What's gonna have stats here? The robe has stats. We already have like similar stats. That does look a lot cooler, to be fair. That's what we already have. Anything else? Not really. I wouldn't mind making one of these just because it looks cool, but besides that, we don't really need it. And then the next thing we're going to skill up on looks like just making a bunch of heavy linen gloves. Maybe I'll buy a little bit more linen. Like maybe 2 more stacks, we'll do a little bit more. And if we make any greens, we can start disenchanting the greens to get that going. And then after all that, we'll get out of here. But yeah, I kind of want professions to be a focus for this character because I don't want it to ever fall behind. Enchanting is going to be hard enough to keep going. I already know that. Alright, that's it. That's all. Alright, I'm gonna bio real quick while while we make all these bolts. What add-on do I use for professions? What's changing the window here is Leatrix Plus. Leatrix Plus is doing that. And I believe... where is it at? It's somewhere. Interface, maybe? Yeah, enhance professions under interface. That's what's changing that. Okay, let's see. I want to make one of the brown linen robes, just so we can wear it. And then it looks like we can do linen belts for guaranteed skill ups. I wonder if we can get some skill ups from some of the yellow stuff, though. Is it more mats? 1 and 1. Or 1 and 1. It doesn't matter. So let's take the guaranteed... let's take the guaranteed skill ups here. Though I wonder if I should make more of these so I can start disenchanting. Maybe I ought to do it that way. It costs more mats to do it like this. But I feel like, you know, that's how we're going to get enchanting going, is by disenchanting a bunch of stuff. I think I will. I think I'll do it like this time around. Just so we can start disenchanting a little bit. That's painful, though. That's a lot of mats for not a lot of skill ups. What server is this? Thunderstrike EU. And I still don't have bracers, so until I have bracers, I can't start actually enchanting stuff and getting skill ups that way. Alright. I think we're good to go. Let's go grab the flight points, and then we'll get over to Goldshire. It's amazing how I need so many add-ons. What are you talking about? I'm using Leatrix Plus for a couple of very subdued things that don't affect anything. And I'm using Dialogue UI for pretty quest text. But that's it, buddy. It's like literally the only add-ons I'm using. I mean, some people rely on add-ons, but maybe take a look at the add-ons I'm using before just coming into a stream and saying that. Because it just makes you look kind of stupid.
Be careful.
Like, I'm not even using quest objectives. Like, I'm literally using, like, hardly any add-ons whatsoever. Everything on your screen is stock Blizzard UI except for this right here. This is the only part of Questy I'm using. I'm not using objectives tracking. The only visual thing you're seeing on your screen that's ever an add-on is Dialogue UI. So, I don't know. You're right, some people use a shit ton of add-ons to play WoW. And so if you go into one of their streams and you see a bunch of add-ons all over the screen, then that would be an appropriate thing to say, wow, you sure need a bunch of add-ons. But coming into this stream and saying that just makes no sense. It's probably the most add-on free stream that exists right now on the internet, is the one that you're looking at. That's all. End of rant. You just have to be careful when you come into a live stream and say something random that doesn't apply, that's all. It's like common sense. Yeah, see, that's the problem. You said, oh, not you. But the thing you said was, amazing how you need so many add-ons. Those were the words you used. And so here's the thing. Like, when you're talking out loud to people, you can use inflection and you can do things to indicate what you really mean. But when you're typing with words, the only thing that indicates what you really mean is literally the words you choose to use. So, and I know this is a difficult concept for people in 2026 because people are just used to blabbing their thoughts on the internet instantly without thinking at all. But if you are going to put words into a forum somewhere, like, you should make sure those are the actual words you want to use first. Because the actual words that you use, that's the only meaning you're going to convey. And so it's worth a second look, I think. And I know most people don't think this way because people are so used to vomiting forth their ideas onto the internet with no forethought or planning whatsoever. But it really is worth it when you type something to, like, before you hit enter, just read it and really think about it first. It's worth the extra 5 seconds in almost every case, you know?
What can I do for you?
That's all. Just food for thought. Or just do what you do and then some jerk like me will flame you for no reason. Either way, both are valid experiences to have. I don't care. I don't care because I can still only interpret your meaning by the words you choose to type. And so if you don't think you're going to type the right words, then just don't. That's all, because I can't account for everything. I can only read, react, and respond to the literal words people use. And so the best thing is, if you're not sure what to do, then the best thing is to do nothing. Like, you're not sure what words to use, then just don't use any. It's okay. Oh man, we got some server lag. Oof. Oh, we got, there we go. We had some YouTube lag for a minute. I probably deserved that one. Alright, let's grab everything and go from there.
Greetings.
Actually, maybe we want to fish.
Hey there. Safe travels. Have a good one. Safe travels.
Maybe we want to fish. Yeah, I think I want to fish for a minute.
What can I do for you or the Alliance? Be careful.
Let's get our fishing skill going. We'll do like 10 minutes of fishing. Is there anything good to gain out of fishing? Yeah, fishing will help you level up your cooking pretty smoothly. There's a lot of recipes to cook fish. And, you know, and ultimately the reason for cooking said fish is, like, you can cook food that gives you stat buffs and stuff. Also, like, at a high end, people need buff food for raiding. So, potentially, you could sell fish on the auction house to people who need it to cook for raiding mats. So you can make money off of it. You could use it yourself for buffs. It just about covers it. It's either self-use, guild use, or selling stuff on the auction house. Are there feasts in TBC? I wasn't sure if there were feasts yet. Because again, has never raided in TBC. So yeah, potentially you can make feasts. Do I prefer leveling Alliance in TBC or Horde? I mean, I've done so little leveling in actual TBC, I can't really say. I mean, in Classic in general, it's a mixed bag. I like the Alliance zones more for, like, their aesthetic. I think they're more enjoyable to kind of just hang out in. But the pathing on the Horde side and the travel options on the Horde side are better than the Alliance side. Like, the Horde side gets better access to dungeons. The Horde side has easier travel options to jump between the continents, with the Zeppelins going between Orgrimmar and Undercity. Then you have Zeppelins that take you right to Gromgall. Like, you can get on a Zeppelin and go right to Stranglethorn. Not that easy on the Alliance side. And so it's a mixed bag. I like to keep it varied. But if I had to choose, like, aesthetically what I prefer, I'd probably have to side with Alliance. The only problem is, you know, Alliance doesn't have elves. They don't have, well, they have night elves. In Classic Plus, everything will be fixed. Alliance will have high elves, and then maybe they'll have some more flight points, and the world will be right. Feast started in Wrath. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, I don't know if there are Feast in TBC, but I better not say so. Alright, 25 is a good start for today. I like to open the streams with fishing. So I think we'll do most of our fishing just at the start of the stream while people come and join. We can hang out and work on that. Let's see, do we have recipes here? Yeah, we got the brilliant small fish recipe. And then we should be able to buy the mudfish recipe from the vendor here in Goldshire. And then we can cook those. In TBC, they make it really easy to make sure your cooking doesn't fall behind. Letting you cook the spiced bread to like 30 or 40 skill or whatever is really, really strong.
Light be with you.
You have long jaw mud snappers.
For the Alliance.
Okay. We'll cook the small fish, that'll get us 50. And then we can cook the mud snappers. Yeah, that's quite a boost. Basically, like, almost able to hit 75 right away within the first couple hours is really great. Now we'll have to find a really good linen farm and just spend a bunch of time farming linen so we can power level our tailoring and our enchanting. What would be really good is if I could find some bracers. I wonder if I can just buy some cloth bracers so that I can start working on my enchanting. Enchanting is kind of a pain. Because you gotta click, 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 click. I might try to do some of this off of stream if I can. Like, if I get a big surplus, like 18 is a lot of clicking, then I might try to get some of that done off stream, because it involves just clicking the same item again and again and again. And, like, basically when you're skilling up enchanting, you're just doing the same enchant on your gear again and again and again. And obviously that can get a little bit tedious.
What can I do?
For anybody. Let's grab these cloth bracers and, do it that way, and then you can kind of see what I mean here. It's gonna be, it's like 3 clicks no matter what you do, and I haven't found a way to shorten it, because you gotta click here, you gotta click here. Oh, there's no well, there will be a confirmation when it goes to override it. It'll be 3 clicks. 1, 2, 3. And so for every skill up, I have to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And as you can imagine, you know, it's not really content, right? I'll try to keep up with it as we go, so that we don't get a huge backlog of it. Because in my mind, it is one of the more tedious things to level up. Don't know how you guys feel about it. You can use a macro. Okay, but what would the macro do? Because I want to be able just to click. This third click is the most troublesome one. So I would somehow need a macro to override the enchant without me having to confirm. And I have no idea how to write said macro. I wish there was an add-on that could help with it a little bit. That'd be easier just to install an add-on. But it's a lazy thing, like, I don't want to do the third click. Oh, boo-hoo, just do the third click. Is, I guess, like, the reality of it, you know? Enchanting is kind of tedious. It really is, yeah. More so than other things, because other things you can queue up like 50, you can let the bar run, and you can walk away, right? Enchanting, you have to be there the whole time. You don't get to walk away from it. You know, you have to enchant 20 things, you have to be there for all those clicks. And so that does make it a little tedious. Tap the macro twice. Okay, yeah, I should look it up. Right. Look it up, Robert. AI can probably write the macro for me. Well, this time I'll do it this way, and like I said, if I do get a surplus, I won't subject you guys to this. Maybe I should, because maybe you deserve it, but some of you don't. Some of you don't deserve it. But yeah, guys, unfortunately, I'm out of time for today. Today has to be a short stream. I have to pick my kid up from school. And to do all that, I gotta get going pretty soon here. I really want to play this character again tomorrow. Because we didn't get a lot of time with it today. Tomorrow might be able to be a little bit of a longer stream than today, so I think I want to bring this character back on tomorrow. I know not everybody's going to be happy with that. But I feel like one more day of progress here before I jump back on the pally would be okay. And it's nice to have professions again and know that that's a future I can have. So yeah, we'll see. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. Take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Azeroth somewhere again very soon. Bye for now.